Hello and welcome to the Arsenal match reaction show. This is my instant reaction to Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace nil. Ooh, that was tight. That was tense. That was a very nervy finish there in the end. Not quite sure where the referee got 6 minutes of added time from, but oh well. We are here again at the top of the table, and thanks to other results, Liverpool losing, Manchester City losing, we are 4 points clear at the top of the table from Bournemouth, no less. Not from Manchester City, not from Liverpool. So, there's a bit of distance there, which is nice. It's a good feeling. Um, a 1-0 victory. Of course, the goal came from Eberechi Eze against his old club. No celebration from him, a very respectful response to the goal. But what a goal it was. It was a really, really good volleyed finish. But it really, for me, it was Arsenal's only real moment of technical quality in that final third. I think it was a very difficult game, made very difficult by Crystal Palace. They had a good system going. They really outnumbered us in the middle, especially in the first half. I have to say, I thought we looked quite. I don't want to say off it. I don't think we were off it, but I think we were quite shocked at how well Crystal Palace were marshalling that midfield and unable to come up with answers. In the second half, we had far better answers for it. I thought the first 15 minutes of the second half was our best period of the game, and we looked far more dangerous. We hit the bar, of course. Rice had one cleared off the line. Saka with a curling shot. That all came in a sort of small clump, but there were other moments, and as well, I think the key difference was we suddenly started to go a little bit more. I don't want to say man to man. I don't think it was quite man to man, but we were far more brave in going tight to people in the Crystal Palace midfield, especially the kind of 2 10s. And I'm looking specifically at Ismail Assar. I think if Ismail Assar had a better time of it today, on the ball, we would have had real issues because he managed to get on the ball in a couple of dangerous areas. And it looked like Arsenal weren't quite sure who was supposed to be picking him up because he was really drifting around. That allowed Mateta to get involved in the game a little bit as well. So Crystal Palace had quite a clever system. But yeah, in the second half, we improved massively, I thought. Shout out, I think, first of all, and I really want to make this point now. I'll probably make it a lot in the full episode tomorrow, my match review episode. So follow if you want to catch the full kind of longer form episode of me reacting and reviewing this match. But I want to give a massive shout out to Martin Zubimendi. I thought he was the best player, the best Arsenal player on the pitch for sure in this game. I think the whole team in the first half could have improved massively. I don't think anyone really stood out or shone. But in the second half, Martin Zubimendi came to play. He showed up, and he looked like a player who was doing a bit of that Martin Odegaard role of a player who is happy to go and get on the ball as much as possible, be the kind of center point of our team. And actually, he didn't do anything out of this world today. I thought he was very good in lots and lots of moments. I think that's why he had a really, really good performance. Happy to get the ball, happy to play it forward, happy to progress with quality as well. But also happy to do the dirty work that Arsenal do so well. We had to do a lot of dirty work today. Crystal Palace really did make it hard. And like I said at the start, it was a tense finish. Trossard, another player who I think deserves a shout out. Look, this is the kind of game against Crystal Palace, and I think maybe against Fulham, in the previous Premier League game, where you need a lot of high touch players because the opposition system is so good. You need a set of players, maybe 2, 3 players who are going to go, just give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball all the time. I will make something happen. I will progress the ball. I can be that guy who will run the game when actually the system we're playing against, I should say, is quite difficult, quite tricky to manage. They've got a good thing going on. Just give me the ball. Martin Odegaard is one of those players, and I felt we'd missed him in the past 2 weeks. But Martin Zubimendi and Leandro Trossard were those players today. I thought Trossard looked like a player, not the cleanest game from him on the ball. Couple of moments where I think he could have done better. But in general, I thought he was very happy to get the ball, very happy to move it quickly, very similar to Martin Zubimendi. And I think those two were the players that stood out for me on an on the ball basis. Off the ball, I think we, in the second half especially, we had a number of really good performances. A little bit of concern, maybe injury-wise. Saliba went off at half-time, so that's one we're going to have to watch. I've literally just come upstairs, so I haven't seen the press conference yet. I'm sure Arteta will be asked about it. Little moment for Rice and Calafiori. Both went down. I don't think Calafiori got treatment. He got up and walked over to Rice, but then was taken off anyway. Rice did get some treatment, but then didn't go down the tunnel. He just kind of sat on the bench and kept pointing at something, whether it was his toe. We know he's broken his toe before. I don't know. None of it looked super, super serious. When Saliba came off, I was very shocked. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see any issue for him. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, credit to Crystal Palace for making this a really, really difficult game, and credit to Martin Zubimendi and Leandro Trossard. Like I said, the goal obviously came in the first half, completely against the run of play. I have to say, Crystal Palace weren't exactly murdering us, but when they got the ball, and we did turn the ball over sloppily at times. Just a quick thought on that, actually. We've done that a couple of times in the past 2 games, and I do just wonder whether this is just us adjusting our eyes to Arsenal trying to play a bit more direct, trying to play a bit forward, a bit more quicker. And I just wonder if that is just something we haven't seen for a number of years, because of Arsenal's kind of not conservative, but like their kind of slow build-up play, and where we're trying to do it a bit quicker now. We're maybe seeing slightly more sloppy turnovers. I'm not sure, but let's see. So yeah, it came against the run of play. Crystal Palace were when they did turn the ball over, they were moving it forward fast. Like I say, Sarr was very difficult to pick up. I don't think Yeremy Pino had quite as much influence on this game, because he was kind of tracking back and helping support Mitchell with Saka, and trying to deal with him. But Mateta was getting into it a little bit. So they had moments, and there was kind of moments of slight threat. But for me, the goal did definitely come against the run of play, and it was a really high quality goal. And interestingly, the commentator here in the UK said exactly what I was thinking. Arsenal signed Eze for moments, and he has delivered like a moment. And absolutely, the free kick comes in. It's headed, not sure if it was by Gabriel or if it was by the Crystal Palace defender, but it's headed back kind of into around the penalty spot area. And Eze just drives onto it. He jumps. It's a really important jump, that, because he has to get down and over the ball to make sure it doesn't balloon into the sky. So he does a really good job. It's an excellent finish. Like I said, no celebration from him. So super, super impressed with that goal. And Eze has been about his Arsenal career has been about moments so far. The assist to Gyökeres against Nottingham Forest, I believe it was, the assist to Martinelli against Manchester City, and now this moment as well. He's a game changer. I think he needs to get on the ball a little bit more. There were signs in the first half that he was trying to get on the ball and do a little bit more of that Martin Odegaard role, but Zubimendi really showed him the way in the second half. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys. It was a very tense game, very tight, very tense, very gritty stuff from Arsenal. It's all the usual shebang really about Arsenal. A set piece goal, a really, really impressive defensive display from so many players. But we just had the quality in that volley from Eberechi Eze to get us over the line. And it's another game where we have turned what was a draw last year, granted a draw in odd circumstances because we were much more focused on the Champions League at that point, but a draw into a win this season. And we keep doing this. I think it's the 4th, 5th game that we've improved our results. So it's really, really impressive stuff. It was tight. It was tense. We had to dig in. We had to battle. And to be fair, I don't think we were the better team in that first half, but we did start to purr and play in the second. Just didn't get the second goal. And we managed to dig in, and we saw Arteta retreat with Nketiah and Miles Lewis-Skelly and just say, we're just going to win this 1-0. Sometimes that's what you got to do. And I think Palace were impressive off the ball. They just didn't manage to create enough really to hurt us, and I'm very, very glad of that. So a good goal from Eze, a good gritty performance from Arsenal. But that is my instant reaction, guys. Like I said, match review tomorrow, much longer form content. Follow if you want to hear that video. This is primarily a podcast, so if you like it in audio format as well, make sure you go onto Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from, and follow there as well. Both of these episodes will be in both places, YouTube and Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so you'll be able to find them there. If you like the video, give it a like, give me a subscribe, and if you are listening on audio platforms, a follow goes a really long way as well. I will speak to you all tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Arsenal are 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League.